What's up everybody, and welcome back. Let me just say this and get it out of the way for you. If you're a fan of martial, magic, and muscles, then you should be a fan of this manga. Cause today I'm talking about I was reincarnated as an evil noble in a game and became unparalleled with my overpowered muscles, which is being made by Hiru Andon and Shitaki Gensui. It's 16 chapters and is an action fantasy comedy isekai about a nameless MC who is reincarnated as Noah Francis. I'll get into who that is, but first I'd like to say that we never see the reincarnation or the life before the reincarnation. So like in the 1:5 ratio video, the reincarnation here is really just a setup device that in this case is the explanation for why the character, Noah Francis, has changed. Because whoever Noah was before the reincarnation, he's now the evil noble Noah from the game Absolute Oblige. So this is both a reincarnation and a video game, kind of. Both so far have really been throwaways, and they only really serve as explanations for why the character's personality has changed and why he has general knowledge of the world and characters in it. It hasn't been used for any cheat skill or item acquisition, and I'm pretty sure the story's not following the supposed game story already. So with that out of the way, I'm just going to talk about this like any other comedy, fantasy, adventure manga, because that's really what it is. So we're thrown right into the story with Noah training, showing us that he sucks at magic except for strength, before being tackled by his little sister, Kiara Francis, and getting into the backstory that this is a video game world and he's now Noah Francis, the villain who is absolutely hated by everyone, and for good reason. He's a rich kid who treats everyone terrible, that even other nobles are wary of because his father essentially controls all the trade in the country, but the biggest problem is no matter what route is taken in the game, Noah always dies. So like every other kind of game manga like this, Noah doesn't want to die and vows not to die and not be a jerk, because that's just not who the MC is regardless. But to avoid death, he starts muscle training so that he can defeat the demon. To do this, he starts training under Seabass, his former assassin butler, and his first interaction with Seabass is when the staff and others start seeing that Noah has clearly changed, because instead of sentencing a servant to death, which was apparently something common for game Noah to do, he sets them free, gives them a job, and thanks the maid and staff for putting up with him, which sends them into a panic thinking he's sick. After this is where the true nature of this manga comes out with muscle training, because not only is Noah trying to get strong to avoid death, but through training he levels up and gains more skills, which is cool to me because usually leveling up affects physical strength, but in this, physical strength affects leveling up. So training is actually a viable strategy in this world. So Noah swears to become a super muscle idiot in order to protect his sister and territory right before Kiara is abducted and he has to go save her. And this is an interesting part because the guy who kidnapped her is a former guard whose friend Noah put to death. Not really though, because everyone he had sentenced to death, Seabass set free secretly, but to this guy, he thinks Noah had him killed, which can be interesting to see if more events like this pop up where reincarnated Noah has to deal with the fallout from a decision bad Noah did that he's not aware of. That could be a unique and interesting element because Noah has no idea of what he may have done because he's not the main character. So there's background things he just doesn't know about. Either way, Noah obviously beats the guy and I assume lets him go before we're introduced to his fiance, Cecil Edward. And I'm not going to go over the chapters in between our first mention of Cecil and the first introduction of her because it's too much to go over and not super important other than to showcase that Noah is rehabilitating his image through just being himself. But I need to talk about Cecil not just because she's Noah's fiance, but because in the game she's supposed to leave Noah and get with the hero, Arthur Miriam. And that relationship downfall was supposed to start the first time they met because he was supposed to grab her butt, but Noah just couldn't do it and instead stands up for another girl who was being treated badly, which makes Cecil start to develop feelings for him. So other than the muscles and defeating the Demon Lord, we also get to see Noah fall for a girl who's, at this point, by chapter 16, definitely in love with him, but we get to see him fall for her, but think that she's meant to be with the hero, because that's what happened in the game. But I think he's already changed things so much from the game that it shouldn't matter at this point, and he's already had encounters outside of what he knows from the game. So it's really more just like a fantasy world at this point. But I'm hoping his relationship with her will be resolved quickly, and he takes her for himself instead of trying to push her away, which was his original plan that he failed at and seemingly may have already gave up on. But she's just fun, and I hope they become officially official, even though they're already engaged. And I really think that's the best description of this manga, that it's a lot of fun. It's definitely not taking itself seriously or trying to be just another isekai, villain isn't actually bad story. It's literally just a have a good time manga and story. There is a bad organization called the 12 Mages who are trying to take over the Francis territory through a rebellion because everyone hates Noah, and Noah has already beaten one by squatting a block of stone and dropping it on him, and he's currently fighting 2 others while doing bicep curls. So when I say this is just a fun, light, doesn't take itself seriously story, that's exactly what it is, which I'm loving because it's always great to find something like this that you can just enjoy and is just pure stupid fun for the sake of fun. The other aspect of this I really love that would probably go ignored by most is the fact that Noah has gotten physically bigger and more defined as he works out. He's not just getting a power increase because he already seems OP honestly, but he's having a real physical transformation, which he should. I mean, I think the story already covered 2 years or something because he's starting the academy next year, and the first mention I'm pretty sure he said he had 3 years to train before he started it. But it's nice to see he's actually physically growing and not just getting a power boost that is backed by a screen with numbers or a letter. But this is really just a turn your brain off and have a good time story. There probably will never be a serious battle or real stakes or conflict or drama. It's a pure just enjoy story and characters. We're probably not going to get any profound depth out of any of the characters. I mean, Noah is your generic good guy MC who's just obsessed with muscles. Seabass is the typical strict and stoic super strong butler. Cecil is the typical best girl happy-go-lucky girly pop character. There's no depth here, and there may not be depth to them at all later, but that's fine with me because this again is really just for fun. My only hope with this is that it continues, because it does seem like one of those that may just not get another chapter update, and that'll be that. So hopefully that's not what happens here, because I'm enjoying it and I think it could have at least a moderate run. It's not going to get hundreds of chapters, probably wouldn't even get 100 chapters, but I think it could get a decent little run. So if you want to have something light and fun to read, then check it out and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want more recommendations, check out the Why You Should playlist in the description box below. Other than that, I'll see all of you in the next one.